What is up, Insaners? How is your week going, guys? Hope all of you are keeping safe, especially the ones that are in India. The situation is really bad in the country, so please stay at home and keep yourself safe. Welcome to our Game Week 34 team selection video, guys. So in this one, we're going to talk about our team for the week, along with the best captain picks and some really important questions for this week. We're also going to touch upon the possible double game week in Game Week 35 and the blank in Game Week 36. Now, if that is confirmed, then it could change a lot of things for a lot of FPL managers, so do watch out for that. Guys, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video. I know so much is going on in the world right now, and I seriously hope these videos are some sort of an escape, in a good way of course, for you guys. Let's get into it then with our team for Game Week 34. This looks like a tough week for our team, guys. Now the issue that I'm talking about is the Man United versus Liverpool game. I think a lot of people will have 4 to 5 players from these two teams. Now it's not that straightforward. Both teams are obviously top teams and you expect them to play attacking football, but that hasn't been the case in recent memory. The last head-to-head was an FA Cup game which was a 3-2 win for Man United, but it's always a close game to call in the league. Well, we are still a bit heavy on defense, meaning right now our team has both Shaw and Trent. Now the chances for a clean sheet are quite high, along with those bonus points. Plus these two right now are the most attacking fullbacks in the league, having created maximum goal scoring opportunities for their respective teams. I'm definitely playing both in this one. It's a risk for sure. If both concede, then I'll be losing out on a lot of points. I don't think so taking either player out from the team also makes any sense right now. Now apart from that, we have Mendy in goal, who looks set to be back in goal and should start this one. The Chelsea double up though with Rudiger looks a bit tricky. Chelsea have a lot of games coming up, guys, with the Champions League game coming next week against Real Madrid. Now the tie is not won yet, so probably Rudiger might get rested for this one. I mean, it's not 100% confirmed, but yeah, if you are playing Rudiger, make sure you have a backup ready on the bench. Our other option is Holding, who's playing against Newcastle. Now it's not an easy game for Arsenal, to be very honest, guys. Newcastle have improved a lot since the return of St. Maximin. I think they're safe, but I'm pretty sure they would want to end their season on a high. Arsenal might just win this one, but I think Newcastle will score for sure. In any case, if Rudiger doesn't start, then Holding comes in place of him. Now let's look at our midfield. We've gone for a 4 in midfield with Salah and Greenwood from that Liverpool United fixture. Over the last 6 game weeks, Salah has been top for expected goals. He's also a very close second in terms of goal attempts, and imagine who's there on the top. Yes, of course, it has to be Mason Greenwood. I really think that Newcastle performance of all Liverpool players won't happen this time around. They have to be very clinical, guys, if they are playing against Man United and if they want that win. Now Greenwood is also an interesting one. He didn't start against Roma in the Europa League game, so there are high chances that he gets a start against Liverpool. In any case, if he doesn't feature in the game, and that is highly unlikely, Jota can come off the bench in place of him. Now we've seen in the past that Jota can come off the bench and score as well. He missed a bucket load of chances against Newcastle, but United would be a very different game, guys. I won't even think of selling him right now, to be very honest. Liverpool have some great games coming up. His numbers are looking promising. Yes, he missed a few chances against Newcastle. Yes, there's also a slight rotation risk always, but at that price, guys, I think he's a really important hold. The other midfielders include Jesse Lingard, who has been on fire in terms of FPL points since joining West Ham. Now the last game was his first in 8 games where he did not return. That's massive for someone at that price, right? West Ham fixtures are turning now, and there are high chances of Lingard hitting top form to end the season on a high. I think West Ham will go all guns blazing to get that last Champions League spot. I expect Lingard to be heavily involved in the action. He's definitely in our team and he's not going anywhere. The final pick is Son, who we have retained from last week when he blanked. Now the coming games look really good for Tottenham, and there are high chances that Son would do well. He's also one player that we are not looking to sell anytime soon, and he's going to be there in our squad for the coming time. Now with the midfield done, guys, let's look at our forwards. We are playing all 3 strikers this week. Wood is going against West Ham. He's in red hot form with that hat-trick against Wolves. I'm sure he's going to get a lot of new owners this week. The fixtures for Burnley aren't too bad either. The next game against West Ham and the Liverpool one might be tricky fixtures, but then they are facing Fulham, Leeds and Sheffield United. Now guys, these are all games where Wood can score. He's quite a decent option if you ask me. And if you're looking to replace the likes of Ollie Watkins, or you don't have the cash for the Everton forward DCL, I think Wood is a great option there. Our next pick is Iheanacho from Leicester. Now our differential captain from last week. Guys, the punt paid off. We're so happy that we got those points. He scored more than Salah, so that was a huge plus for our team. Now he's pretty much a must-have right now for the next 2 games at least, with the double game week in game week 35. And again, that's not confirmed yet. That's a slight possibility, but then things might change a bit. That 36 blank is a bit tricky, and to be very honest guys, Leicester have a tricky run to the end of the season. They would hope to at least get these 2 wins and strengthen that 3rd spot, so I would definitely focus on getting him if I don't have him in my team for the next 2 fixtures. Coming to our final pick guys, it's Harry Kane from Tottenham. I think he should be fit for this game. It's a must-win game for Tottenham guys. Keep that in mind. They cannot afford to drop any more points. I think that loss against Man City in the final would definitely hurt them. And I think Sheffield United is the perfect team to play if you are hoping for a comeback. Right now my armband is also on him. I will keep a close eye on his fitness and the press comments from Ryan Mason to check if Kane is the right captain's call. In terms of transfers guys, I'm thinking of saving a transfer unless someone gets injured in training or something unavoidable happens. I still have a couple of players on the bench as cover, so I think I should be fine there. Guys, keep this one thing in mind. If there's going to be a double in game week 35 and then a blank in game week 36, I think this transfer could hold a lot of value. So holding a transfer if you don't have to make a move, I think it's the right move to do. Now let's talk about the potential double game week in game week 35 and the blank in game week 36. So I think by now all of us are a little aware that there are high chances that game week 35 could be a double and then 36 could be a blank for a few teams. Now why is this happening? The Premier League has been working towards allowing teams to get fans inside their stadium guys for the final home games. Now it's going to be a massive step, to be very honest, towards normalcy in the United Kingdom. For this to happen, the fixtures would have to be moved to a midweek, and that creates an opportunity for a double game week. So already teams like Everton, Villa, Palace and Saints, they're guaranteed double game week because of their fixtures. Other teams like Man United, Leicester, Chelsea and Arsenal, they will get a double game week in game week 35 and then a blank game week in game week 36. Now this is going to happen if game week 36 and 37 fixtures and the deadlines are pushed back by half a week. Now I read on Twitter, and Ben Crennel, the genius behind all the double and blank game week predictions, he mentioned that there is a high possibility of this happening. Guys, I also read on Twitter that Wolves are letting fans to apply for the tickets for their game week 38 fixture. Now the next domino to fall will be the announcement from the Premier League that a round of fixtures is moving to the final midweek. Then probably we'll wait to see if FPL changes the 36 game week and 37 deadlines to create the schedule. So what does all this mean for my team, right? Let's check that out. We'll have 6 players having a double in game week 35. Now if I don't include MRT. I don't think so he's going to feature in these coming games for Leicester. Now when I talk about game week 36, all of these players are going to blank, including MRT. That makes it 7 players blanking out of 15. So doing this math, I would have 8 players playing if Foster plays, so I need at least 3 more players who are playing in game week 36. Now how do I plan to do that? I can definitely replace the likes of Amarty and Iheanacho for game week 36 as they would blank that week and they don't give me the easiest fixtures in 37 and 38. Guys, if I'm not using any transfers this week, so I would have 2 next week. I can use those transfers in defense. Amarty to an Everton defender is one option. I'm looking at the likes of Coleman. He's a cheap option that allows me to go to even Dallas in the last 2 to 3 game weeks. Now game week 34 potentially becomes like an eye test for him. Another transfer which probably I don't want to make but might have to would probably be a keeper transfer. Now if Foster doesn't start for Southampton, then I probably would look at the likes of Melier from Leeds as he looks like a good cheap option. He makes a lot of saves. Leeds are also capable of keeping a clean sheet, so this looks like a good transfer. He's also not very expensive, so that also works for me. I can also get in the likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin for Iheanacho in game week 36. The other options for me are Zaha in midfield. I mean, he's a great player, there's no denying that fact. Even a decent FPL option, but Crystal Palace guys, they've been one of the worst attacking teams in the league this season. He's also a wait and watch for me right now. I generally feel saving a transfer in game week 34 is worth it. This could be a mini wildcard guys when the time comes for the same. Another thing to note here is that it's gonna be very easy for you if you have a free hit chip available to navigate game week 35 and 36. Now in all fairness guys, game week 36 looks like a lot better week to play a free hit chip as it gives you a chance to go for a few differentials and invest a little more in teams like Everton, Crystal Palace or get a balance between players from Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, and Chelsea. Now let's talk about some captain picks for this week. Another good week where we have some decent options with us. The Tottenham duo of Kane and Son, they stand out for me. They will be this week's most selected and popular captains. Now guys, if you want to go safe, then both are good options. I would still wait for any comments from Ryan Mason regarding Harry Kane. I feel the forward looks like he's gonna play in this one. It's a must win for Tottenham guys, and they really won't go in this one without their best player. One thing to note is that if Bale returns in the playing 11, I'll probably prefer the armband on Kane, and that is where my choice is right now. Obviously guys, if you want to go safe but still differentiate in your own way, then Son is still a good option. The third option this week is Iheanacho, who has been in the form of his life guys. His numbers are off the roof in the last 6 game weeks, and look at this. He's top for goal attempts, he's top for expected goals, he's top for actual goals scored, chances created, and even total FPL points. Now this is absolutely crazy, absolute domination from the Leicester forward. The only stat that he's not topping is expected assists and actual assists, where his teammate Vardy leads the way. Now that's also good, right? Because Vardy's creating a lot of chances for Iheanacho, and that means better returns. I feel more people will have confidence in captaining him this week, as he returned last week as well. But yeah, Kane would still be an absolute favourite. Now guys, if you don't want to go through that popular route, Chris Wood and Jesse Lingard in the Burnley West Ham game are two good attacking options. We've already kind of covered of how having Lingard would have improved your rank all these weeks, and he's still a very good option to have till the season end. Now Burnley's defense isn't great either. They're the 5th worst in terms of goal attempts conceded and have only 1 clean sheet in the last 6 games. Now when you see West Ham's defense, it's even worse guys. They top the charts in terms of most shots conceded. Their expected goals conceded are also pretty high. They rank the 5th worst for the same. Now guys, all this tells me that there could be goals in this one, and Wood from Burnley's end would carry the majority threat. He's definitely in great form right now and would look to build on his hat-trick against Wolves. Another option, and that's a tricky one, is Pereira from West Brom. Now definitely guys, this is a risky one. Huge punt if you want to have some fun or are really looking for a great differential pick this week. He is the one to go for. Guys, he has 4 goals, 2 assists and 42 points in his last 4 outings. Now Pereira has been involved in 60% of Baggy's goals under Sam Allardyce. And honestly, that's a massive number. I think he will be important if West Brom manage to get anything from the game against Wolves this week. I personally won't suggest to captain Bruno, Salah, Jota, Greenwood or any other player from this fixture. We really can't say how this game is going to end. It could be a KG 0-0 or might even be a 1-1 sort of a game. I personally don't think it'll be that high scoring. Now captaining a Chelsea or even a City attacker is also very tricky, as with Champions League in play, you really can't say who's gonna start this game. So guys, these were my captain picks for this week. That'll be all for this video guys. We will be back again just an hour before the deadline, doing our Game Week 34 deadline stream, so do join us then for some time. I know so much is happening in our lives right now that FPL probably has taken a backseat for a lot of people. Guys, I would consider myself really lucky if I'm able to take your mind off everything bad that's going on right now. It's a special request from my side guys. Please be safe, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you liked today's video. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel Insanely Football. Now we're taking small steps, baby steps to get to that 500 subscriber mark, and your support will be huge. Please help us get there. All the best to everyone. I hope to see you on the deadline stream. Have a great week and I'll see you Insaners next time.